right. Hello. I am hoping this is working correctly. There we go. Right. So it's not in my face. Okay. So good, we're gonna get those lovely sounds of my husband. So hello, this is our first crafting live together. Sorry, this was supposed to be at 4 o'clock. That did not work out with my baby's plans. So here we are now. So this is Craftober. This is the second one I've done. And last year we got cut short also because of the baby, because I found out I was pregnant. So we got both sides of the coin, I guess, of the baby coin. But we're very happy. The baby is actually going to sleep right now, so yay! But anyway, so the first week of Craftober, actually, let me go back. So last year we didn't really have a theme, we just did themed weeks. This year I decided that we were going to do, we were going to do overarching theme, and that theme is Amy Sedaris' apartment. I've been obsessed with her apartment since I saw the video that they had. I'll link it on YouTube. And so I decided to go through each of the screenshots and pick different crafts for each week. So the first week is all about paper plants and paper flowers, because she has a ton of those in her house. And we did, for Tuesday, we did this fake fern. There's only one in here. It looks a little sad. We did this fake fern. So this one was actually really easy to make. And I do post the DIYs of how I made them on the craftober.co. So we used, my cat is trying to get in on this video. I used these crepe paper, which I have never heard of before. I've heard of like crepe paper streamers, I guess. That's the most I've done. But we used this crepe paper here and just some wires and a little bit of double-sided tape. Hi, this is Lucy. If you have not met Lucy, she's really into crafts. She always wants to be involved in my crafts, whatever one they are. So I made it with this. Here you go. She's going to take a craft for herself and go away. So like I said, we made it with this crepe paper. This is double-sided crepe paper. All of these things here I got from Amazon, so super easy for you to source the supplies for that. Some of these things I had in my supply from other crafts. So that it was the first craft. And then on Thursday we did a fake flower, which we made this peony. On Amazon they had these kits for crepe flowers, and I was like, oh, it'll be so much easier if I just buy a kit. No. It's so much more involved than I thought it was going to be. I had to stop. It took 2 sessions for me to make this, and I watched a video. So they give you like all these little pieces to cut out, and then you are simultaneously hot gluing them at the same time and twirling it, and she's like manipulating these little petals in a way that just did not come naturally to me. I know I was learning it, but still, it was just, I don't know why I thought this would be so much easier than it was, and I hated the process. So I will not be making that again. And so today I was looking for some other crepe paper, flowers, what I could use the rest of this paper to make, something that was much simpler and didn't have all these cutting out pieces and gluing pieces together. So the one we're actually doing today is coffee filter roses. So she has a very distinguishable, I guess, rose garland hanging, I believe, in 2 places in her house. And she points these out specifically. So that is why I wanted to make them. So this one actually required me to prep this maybe 2 weeks ago because I had to dye them all and then let them all dry. So I did 2 methods. The first method that we did here is for the set for these 2, I just bought some food coloring, and then I poured a bunch of it in some water and then dunked them in maybe like 10 at a time, and then we laid them out on this table and dried them. So that was the first one we did, and they came out very light actually. And then the second set we did, I actually had some RIT dye left over from a project that didn't get finished. And so that is what made this very rich red, which I love. And then for this, I love this. This color on the food coloring dye color is called green apple. That does not look like green apple to me. That looks like a teal. So that's what we made these ones with, and there was a little bit of bleeding from the RIT dye, but obviously the winner here is the RIT dye. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to do this, to do the RIT dye. So for the actual DIY, which we're going to do now, I watched a couple of them, and there was one that actually used RIT dye, and he had recommended to use what are those things? Cotton buds, the things that you clean your ears with, and dye some of those and use those as the middle. So I just heard that today, so I didn't get a chance to do that. So, but we're going to use his method. And the method, so this is my first time doing it. He took about 3 of one color, and I think he took maybe 2 of another. Put them on top, and then he folded it, and then folded it again, and then he cut out this bottom part, and then cut that part. And so in his DIY, he would actually put what are those things called? The ear cleaners. I don't know why I can't think of them right there. And then he would go on with this method. He just kind of curled it around. I'm not sure if you can hear that ambiance music I have on in the background. So I think this is kind of how I did it. Just kind of going back and forth. And then something like that. And then he tied the ends with, I think he used water. Like I said, always wants to do crafts, especially when it has to do with spindly things. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap it around base. So for Amy Sedaris's one, like I said, it was a garland. So I think that's the type that I'm gonna do. So I'll just wrap that. And then I have some wire cutters here. I got this all in a kit, so that's what I'd recommend you get if you do want to try this on Amazon. Alright. And then I guess if I wanted, I could use, I have like 4 different kinds of this tape here. Let's see if it works. I have a hard time with this. So it's just supposed to be like self-sticking. Oh yeah, it's kind of working. Cut it. I mean, it's very similar to her type. Alright, let's try again. Let's try another one. Alright, let's go with, okay, so if I can even remember, I usually have like the video up right here, but since I'm doing a live, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so let's try this method again. Okay, so look at that middle, and then he had one where he cut like fringe. So this isn't a rose, obviously. Let's see how this looks. I watched another tutorial and the lady used these coffee filters, but she kind of she did the shapes. Which I don't know how, it's, for me, it's just too tedious. Too tedious. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to cut it down the middle again. So I'm trying to find that. Okay. It's just right here. Okay, so I'm gonna just go and fold it back and forth. Yes. We're not biting it. No. No, we're not biting it. She literally cannot resist her crafts. Lucille, Mom is making this. Alright, let's see if I can do this without Lucille trying to eat it. Okay, so I'm flipped it around. Now let's try and use this again. This is just going to be a short stream. We already have 15 minutes, so I probably will stop after this. I just wanted to try my hand at it, and I will try and plan to do the one next week a little bit earlier in the day. We're actually going to a Halloween concert hosted by John Waters, which I'm very excited about. There's supposed to be a costume contest, but I still have to finish my Halloween costume from last year. Yikes. I got most of the body of it done, but yeah. Alright. Maybe I didn't choose the best colors with that one. I mean, it looks like a kind of a sad little Christmas colors, like. Anyways, well, thanks for doing crafts with me this evening, and make sure you check out my website and Instagram. If you guys like this content, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.